Your thoughts?
What? What? Who?
Nice.
There we go. Happy Monday. 9:02, little bit of change. On this 18th day of November, CJ Nasello, it's our daily show right here on RiverBender.com, Roku TV, anywhere, everywhere. The million plus that have tuned in this year, have tuned in from. Thanks for hanging out there with me. We got a great show for you. We're going to be talking all about this upcoming benefit concert in about 18 minutes or so called That's What Friends Are For. I'm really looking forward to getting all of the details on that. And then at 10:10, we're being joined by Jason from Grid Solar and talking the latest from the solar industry and just seeing what Grid's up to. At 10:35, we're talking to Margaret Freer and Liz Campbell, Community Christmas coming down the pipeline, and we'll get all of the details on how we can be a part of it. They've raised so much money this year for families in need, and we'll talk all about how those funds are being spent for those families and all that great stuff. So great 2 hours coming down the pipeline. Make sure you sign up for that daily email update so you can join myself and the 70,000 people that are in the know each and every day of the work week and on Saturdays with around the Riverbend. Before we start top of the hour news too, you can also stay up to date with our SMS notifications. They're on your home screen, and what you do is you type RB to that phone number that's on your screen, and you'll be able to stay up to date, and you'll never miss out on all of the things that are pertinent to you. You can even select the news items that you'd be most interested in. We'll take you to top of the hour news now at 9:03. Here's what you need to know. Chris Rhodes was on the scene over the weekend of a triple shooting that occurred. 3 individuals were shot inside a residence in the 1000th block of Tremont on Friday night. Chris Rhodes has more to the story. We'll take you to him on the scene here now as he was on Tremont Street in Alton getting the sights and sounds of the police presence, and we'll have more for you in a couple of moments. As you can see there, law enforcement officials were gathered on Friday night as the investigation began for this triple shooting that did occur in Tremont and Alton. Now, here's what we know on this. In a distressing incident Friday night, the 3 individuals shot inside a residence in the 1000th block of Tremont led to that swift response from multiple agencies to assist the Alton Police Department. Upon arrival, officers found the victims inside the home, and Alton Fire Department provided immediate medical assistance. The victims transported to a local hospital, with at least one requiring an airlift to a medical facility. Agencies, including the Madison County Sheriff's Office and Illinois State Police, as you guys saw in that video, joined the response efforts. The Alton Police Investigation Unit is currently leading the investigation, with further details expected to be released soon. During a recent press conference at the Wedge Innovation Center, Illinois Governor J.B. Pritzker addressed key issues affecting the state, including health care, abortion access, and the Madison County referendum regarding the separation from Cook County. Following the referendum, where 56.54% of Madison County favored discussions on separation, Pritzker expressed that he was not surprised by the outcome, citing local frustrations. He emphasized the importance of health care and the support of it in Illinois as well. During that tour, the Wedge Innovation Center, the 55,000 square foot hub for social impact and research, is set to open this winter in Alton with a $20 million investment in a 10G fiber network funded by the state of Illinois. The Wedge aims to drive substantial growth and workforce development in the region. The center will house the Midwest AI Networks, otherwise known as MAIN, the SIUE offices, and co-working spaces, while preserving the historic beauty of the renovated Wedge and Elfkin buildings. The initiative is part of Alton Works' broader efforts to revitalize the downtown area. Man, hit my funny bone. Also in the news today, two individuals from Indiana, Caitlin Staub and Elijah D. Prater, both 28 years of age, were charged in Madison County after stealing items worth over $300 from Collinsville Walmart. Here's what we know. The stolen merchandise included a crossbow, arrows, a smartwatch, and tools, among others. Alongside the theft charges, Prater faces a Class 3 felony for possession of methamphetamine, while Staub is charged with possessing buprenorphine. Their cases will be presented by the Collinsville Police Department, and both have been granted pretrial release. It's important to note that all charges are based upon probable cause. In great news today, in a historic moment for the Calhoun girls volleyball team, listen to this. They clinched their first state championship on Saturday, defeating Stockton in 2 sets. Wow, 25-17 and 25-16. After facing back-to-back postseason exits in previous years, the Warriors, they showcased their determination and reached the brass ring, a remarkable season record of 39-2. That's incredible. The head coach, who's been with the team since its early inception, expressed overwhelming pride in her players. Joy Hurley and Kate Ziprick led the team with strong performances, highlighting their teamwork and commitment throughout the season. That state championship caps off an impressive 24-game winning streak. Congratulations to the Calhoun volleyball team. That's impressive. State champions for the first time ever. Also in regional news, Boeing has issued layoff notices to 111 mechanics in St. Louis, part of a strategy to address production delays with its 777X commercial jet. Affected workers received that 60-day warning, ensuring pay through January the 17th. This move is part of Boeing's plan to reduce its global workforce by 10% due to ongoing challenges in the aerospace industry. Most of the laid-off employees were directly involved in the 77X program, highlighting the impact of these delays and staffing requirements. The layoffs will affect not only the workers and their families, but also the broader St. Louis economy. There'll be more stories on this as more details do roll out. It wasn't me. It might have been you. An Illinois lottery player struck it rich this Thanksgiving, right in time to buy a bunch of turkey. Won a staggering $10 million. Wow, from a $10 million scratch-off game. The winning ticket was purchased at a Jewel Osco in Countryside, marking the second of top 3 prizes that are available in the game. With one top prize still up for grabs, there's still another $10 million out there. Go chase after it. It also features 15 $1 million prizes, that'd be nice, and boasts the best odds of winning $500 on any scratch-off ticket in Illinois. I might have to go buy one of those. Jewel Osco will also receive a $100,000 bonus for selling that winning ticket, adding to the excitement of this incredible win. And one day, it'll be you and I that'll be jumping up and down with $10 million. All right, That's a look at what's happening around the Riverbend as we start off our week. 61 degrees in downtown Alton. However, it feels chilly out there with all that rain. It feels like 56. Humidity is at 99%, and you can only see for 5 miles out there. The dew point at 60 degrees. The sun rose at 6:48 a.m. today. It will set at 4:44 p.m. Today, cloudy, becoming windier and warm, plus rain and a thunderstorm this morning, and followed by some showers and spots this afternoon. A turn to much colder later on this week. Well, that's promising. Tonight, a strong wind. Tonight, strong winds subsiding. Periods of rain this evening. Otherwise, mostly cloudy and mild. And, you can hear a rumble of thunder if you're lucky. Air quality is at 42, which is good. Now, the grass levels are low. The mold levels are high at 21,000. Ragweed's low. The tree levels are low, and so is the UV index. So mold's the only thing you need to watch out for today. Temperatures are only going to reach 70 degrees, and folks, that's about as warm as it's going to get for the next 5 days. A low temperature tonight of 55 degrees. On Tuesday, a high of 66, a low of 42 degrees. There's no rain in the forecast for the next couple of days, which is probably going to be nice. On Wednesday, a high of 51, a low of 34 degrees. And on Thursday, a high of 42, a low of 32 degrees. And on Friday, a high of 46, a low of 33 degrees. That's a look at the next 5 days. And, well, here's what's happening now. It's 9:12. It's 61 degrees. It feels like 56 for time and temperature throughout the day. 618-465-4545. This time powered by Bounce Back, Rehab, Recover, and Return Home. So listen to this. We did good. I mean, beyond good. I think I can take some credit on this one. I am going to just go ahead and... Oh, wrong one. Damn. Almost good. That's the good one. Listen to this. So, advance tickets. I got to do that again because of how bad that trombone was. Applause me right now because advance tickets for Alton Little Theater's Holiday Classic, A Christmas Carol, have sold out. Literally sold out. You can't get them. But Alton Little Theater was nice, okay? They decided on Sunday, December the 15th, they are adding another performance because tickets are already gone and it's not even a couple of weeks before the event. This is Kevin Frake's final show, and I'm telling you what, all 175 seats for this final added show on Sunday, December the 15th are gonna go yet again. I'm telling you what, this is exciting. Advance tickets gone. A Christmas Carol by John Jakes and directed by Kevin Frakes are sold out, but that talented cast of 28 performers have put their heads and day timers together and are now adding another performance to run on Sunday, December the 15th at 7:30 p.m. I love that on a Sunday, a nice evening show. Call the box office, 618-462-3205, or look for that added performance online at altonlittletheater.org. This is perfect. Come on, what better way to start the Christmas season than with a Christmas Carol? You don't need me to keep explaining this to you. I already won. We sold out the tickets. Listen, Fabulous Fox Theater, I love that place, but if you want to go over there right now to watch a Christmas Carol, you're going to have to stop by the refinance line because it is that expensive. Alton Little Theater provides this really great performance setting with some of the best entertainers in the region that have performed on some of the biggest stages in the region. Plus, you're taking your family to the oldest, most continuous little theater in the state of Illinois and one of the oldest, most continuous in the country. Alton Little Theater, the place to be this winter season for this wonderful family-friendly event. And Alton Little Theater is thrilled to see more audience members have a little bit more time with Kevin Frakes as they are singing a swan song, and he is saying so long after just a storied career at the Little Theater. So join in on the show, and the magic will put you in the mood. Get rid of that Scrooginess right before the Christmas holiday. Tickets on sale now at altonlittletheater.org or 618-462-3205. Don't forget to tell them that you know who sent you over their way. All righty. Why don't we do this? Taking a quick break. Daily Show hits you in the nose next. Downtown Alton now.
Since 1993, Sparks Junk Removal is always adapting to the needs of our clients. That is why we now offer weekly trash pickup for selected areas. Plus, we offer driveway-safe rubber-tired dumpster rental. Give us a call today at 618-781-1407 or visit us at sparksjunkremoval.net.
Life's better when you're under the American Family Insurance roof because they know your house is home base for their dreams. Whether it's a kid like me aiming for the big leagues, ready, future rocket scientist, or a budding prima ballerina. When you feel totally protected, your family's free to pursue their dreams. She's good.
Let's go.
American Family Insurance.
No matter the season, Play It Again Sports in Edwardsville has the gear the athletes need to get in the game. Whether you're shopping for the newest sports equipment or saving money on quality used gear, Play It Again Sports carries what you need to maximize performance to get the most out of every swing, kick, stroke, or shot. We'll even buy your used goods, paying cash on the spot. We carry all the gear for all the sports all year long. We're your hometown sporting goods store. Play It Again Sports, conveniently located at 4 Club Center Court in Edwardsville.
Yo, what up? It's Mike Keith, the proud graduate of Lewis and Clark Community College. I got my start in broadcasting and now I work all over the country. I discovered my path in media, but I could have been an electrician. Or I could have been a nurse.
Maybe not. I had an amazing experience with Dr. Haug and her team. I came here when I was 10 years old to get my braces on. Now I'm 28 years old, braces off, and I get so many compliments on my smile. It's helped me thrive in my career as a news reporter, and also as Miss Missouri USA, I took the stage with confidence, knowing my smile was gonna make me look like $1 million. I've never felt better and more confident because of my smile.
Has free checking become a thing of the past? Not if Liberty has anything to say about it. With 3 free personal checking options and even a free business checking account, Free is alive and well at Liberty Bank, the local bank that gives you free checking choices and more cashing in your pocket. Bank locally, bank Liberty. For more information, visit www.bankliberty.com.
Welcome back to our daily show. Here's CJ. Welcome back. Daily show hitting you right here at 9:19. Harvey, welcome in.
Hey, thank you so much. I appreciate it.
So, really excited. We were just chatting it up a little bit before we even talk about the concert. Happy retirement, Harvey.
Well, thank you. It's about time.
Well, honestly, I've always heard every retired person I've had come on the show, they say really being retired means you just work for free.
Yes, you're exactly right. I anticipate I'll be much busier in 2025 than I ever have been.
Really cool. Well, Harvey, you and I were talking on the phone a couple of days ago, and that's what Friends Are For, is a really cool concert coming up December the 8th to raise money for 2 not-for-profit organizations. But the story of really how this came together and just hearing a little bit of it is so fascinating. And where do we start?
Wherever you want to. It's your show.
You were talking about your grandpa, and really I think that's where we start this, because really when we get to where the concert is now and how this all developed, I think there's no better way than starting with the backstory. So fill me in on your grandfather a little bit and the reason leading up to this event.
Great. My grandpa Rader was born in 1891. He came over here at the age of 5 with his mother from Baden-Baden, Germany. Speaking, of course, no English. They came across the boat on steerage and came in through Ellis Island. They met his father, who had come several years earlier to Lima, Ohio, to buy farmland. So Grandpa moved there, and in the 5th grade dropped out of school to work full-time on the farm with his dad. over time period, he developed his own farm business and became quite successful in that. But his earliest memories were of standing in their farmhouse in Lima, Ohio, watching the Ku Klux Klan burn crosses in their yard because they were German.
Wow.
And then as Grandpa started his own farm business and grew it, he hired an African-American from Lima. Jacob, too, had Ku Klux Klan crosses burned in his yard because he was black. So he hired Jacob. Jacob wanted to start his own business but couldn't get banking or funding to do that, and it was not safe. So my grandpa said he would fund the startup business, but that Jacob's name couldn't be on it publicly or face. So my grandpa and his brother Matthew took Jacob's business plan. At the time, you could buy or lease individual oil pumping wells in Findlay, Ohio area because Standard Oil didn't have the huge refineries that they had. Mm-hmm. So Jacob's plan was to lease a number of these and convert them into moneymakers. My grandpa liked his business plan. Even though Grandpa left school in the 5th grade, he was a very fine businessman, very good with math. So they sat down together. They drew up informal paperwork. And so Black and White Oil was started. And the people in Lima thought black was for crude oil.
Right.
Okay. And so they proceeded. No one knew. It grew and grew, and Jacob reported to work every day as if he were an employee. And then in the late 50s, early 60s, my grandpa, who was then nearly 90, decided to sell his farm to the local school district. So at that time, they learned that he didn't own this oil company, that Jacob did. So Grandpa moved before I was born. He moved into a mobile home behind my parents' house. And that's where really I got to know him because, again, he was 80 when I was born.
Oh, wow.
I'm a long-lived family. His wife had passed years before that, and he had never remarried. So on the living room floor, my grandpa's mobile home, watching the black and white television, he would tell stories, a number of stories. But this story is just shocked me because we were watching a documentary on World War II, and the story unfolded. So Nick and I met because when I came to Alton, my not-for-profit had leased the old convent on Danforth. My plan was to build an international school there. It fit everything because I've been in education and business for 40 years. And so we were just on the verge of being able to open the Center for the Performing Arts when I had major medical accident, major concussion, open heart surgery, and had to step back from everything.
Wow.
So Nick was on the planning board of this because of his work in urban agriculture. He was going to come out here and work, and we were going to help him establish an aquaculture and hydroponic facility in the old laundry room. And that way he would have food year-round in North County because right at that point they didn't have that facility.
Right, oh, totally.
So because his operation there started to train young African Americans in urban agriculture and farming. Many Americans don't realize the number of black farmers that there were. And he works now with a handful, but his not-for-profit is now expanding, and they're raising money for scholarships for students to go through the program because they get paid to work as a part of this.
Right.
And so we stepped in together. I called him. I said, hey, I'm going to retire. We can't revive the school, but what about this? So he said, yep. And he is supposed to be here today, but he's tied up in traffic.
Hey, I get it, man. I had to drive that all day for work for 6 years. It's a nightmare over there. It's a war zone.
And he has 2 kids, dropping him off to daycare. So I hope he appears.
Well, I think it's one of those things where it's just, to hear the backstory, and that story of, you on Grandpa's living room floor, on the trailer watching black and white television, and now to see you working with an organization that really does fit the need of what your grandpa did,
Well,
100 years ago. It's really fat. That's why I wanted you to start with that story, because, that's really such the perfect full circle moment, I think,
And it hit me as I was preparing for this. I thought, what a great way, to do that, because of my grandpa.
Right.
So, yeah.
Well, and now December the 8th is the day of the concert.
Right.
What time does it start?
3:00 in the afternoon.
Really cool.
It's at St. Paul's United Methodist Church. Former students, friends, and colleagues from all over the country and actually the world are coming in to perform.
Oh, wow.
Locally, we have Marge Handy from St. Louis. Marge is a gifted singer and actress. She's currently starring in Anastasia at Tesseract Theater, but she's won awards for her film work. Gifted jazz singer. She is doing a couple of numbers at this concert, a setting of "And So It Goes," with my attorney, who's a jazz pianist, and her, and then she's doing several other pieces.
I heard that that's the best jazz pianist in the area. I heard there's nobody better.
Oh, Randy's amazing.
Well, you got to, because he's your attorney. That's why I was really buttering him up there. No.
Thank you. And he'll appreciate that too. And then a new friend, Ty Davis from St. Louis, who's a gifted cellist, artist, and also chef.
Wow.
He's going to join us.
Renaissance man.
Really is. He's going to join us in playing a cello piece by Saint-Saëns called The Swan. And then he's going to be the caterer for a private dinner on Friday night for my friends who are coming in out of town. So I've got friends from California, from Wichita, musicians from the area, and we're doing all different kinds of music. You'll hear a setting of How Am I Supposed to Live Without You, reggae style, and a number of things.
Well, and that's what I think is so unique about this event, because it ties in a lot of different pieces of not only your life and a little bit of your family story too, and also helping the community. It also is closing the chapter in a way for you, and that's what I think. What better way to call it the retirement concert, even though you're still going to be playing, I know that and all that, but for all your career, the book's closing.
Well, and I wouldn't have done this except last Christmas. I had a stroke in my right eye, and began to go blind, and now I'm completely blind in that eye.
Wow.
So reading a piano score is a challenge. So I thought, well, now's a good time to move on to other things. So
What are your thoughts right now as you're kind of heading into this? Is there any bittersweetness to it, or is it just kind of just more anticipation than anything else and excitement?
It's joy to have had a career that I never intended to have. I went into music not ever going to teach. My parents said they would not pay for a degree unless I had a teaching license. But I went to my advisor and I said, I'm not getting a teaching degree. How do I appease my parents? So I got my bachelor's in music, and they took enough classes in those days to get certified, and then had a horrible student teaching experience in Toledo, Ohio. I mean, just god awful.
Can I ask how? Was it like that movie with Chaffetz, where it was like in high school?
Oh, no, it was even worse.
No way.
Because I think the guy they assigned me to was high in the class.
Oh, no.
So I walked in, and it was chaos. I mean, just chaos. And he's sitting reading the newspaper, and I introduced myself. Oh, he said, yeah, I forgot you were coming. He handed me his books, his keys, and said, I'll see you in 16 days.
No way.
I'm serious. And you need to know, I came out of the womb direct. So I said, oh, heavens, no. Here are your keys. Here's your book. I'm out of here. Went back to my advisor, who said, Harvey, this is 1976. We don't have any place to put you, because the teaching profession was packed at that time.
Oh, wow, yeah.
I said, you owe me. I said, I came here 3 years ago. I'm the first person to ever get this degree in 3 years. You owe me. Well, Jim was my height, about 5'2", and I said, come on, from one short guy to another. He laughed, and he found me Van Wert, Ohio, and a man named L.W. Schaufelberger. L.W. Schaufelberger and him were classmates in college and fraternity brothers. So LW said, I'll take him. I don't want to, but I'll take him. So I walk into this huge high school, and I had 55 people in my graduating class.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I walked into Van Wert High School, and there were 400 people in the senior class.
Yeah.
So I walked in. LW was professional. He would sat with me and said, I'll have you start here. And he said, you'll never direct the top choirs, but I'll give you the beginning choirs, and we'll be okay. Well, he learned I played the piano, and he and I began to hit it off. And I sat down because they had a staff pianist who was sick, and I sat down and played it. And he went, "Oh, you're a really good musician." I said, "Thank you." He said, "I didn't know a thing about you. Jim just said I owed him a favor," and I did. And so that 16-week period transformed me.
Yeah.
LW was a gifted teacher. So as we went along, he said, "Well, I'm going to give you a piece to do with the advanced choir and then the sophomore choir." And I learned how to get along with kids, to be in charge, but to be friends. So the sophomore choir there was the love of my life. But my last day there, they were preparing for graduation, and they opened the school theme song, and I was to direct it, and they set me up. Mr. Middleton was there. It was my final observation. I gave the downbeat, and they sang, "Oh, leprechaun, we love you so, but we sure wish that you would grow." And I just fell out. So from there, I went, I got to do this. And that took me down that trajectory.
So before we bring Nick into the studio, because he's just made it down here, before we do that, I got to ask you, actually, we'll take a quick break, but when we come back, I want you to think about this. How has teaching evolved throughout the years? Because you guys have something that's so important here. And hey, Nick, hold on one second here. Hold on one second here. This is what I want you to ponder. Is how has teaching evolved through the years, but also how has it been important for you, and how have you been able to keep students engaged with all the changes to music in the industries too? Okay, let's think about that. 9:32, more conversations hit you next.
Life's better when you're under the American Family Insurance roof, because they know your house is home base for their dreams. Whether it's a kid like me aiming for the big leagues, future rocket scientist, or a budding prima ballerina. When you feel totally protected, your family's free to pursue their dreams. She's good.
Let's go.
American Family Insurance.
When life throws unexpected challenges your way, you need a versatile legal ally to protect you. Sean Lentz, with over 12 years of experience, is here to help you in a variety of avenues. From personal injury to criminal defense and even semi-truck accidents, Sean Lentz has your back. Don't wait for the justice that you deserve. Call 618-465-8000 and see how Sean can help you today.
No matter the season, Play It Again Sports in Edwardsville has the gear the athletes need to get in the game. Whether you're shopping for the newest sports equipment or saving money on quality used gear, Play It Again Sports carries what you need to maximize performance to get the most out of every swing, kick, stroke, or shot. We'll even buy your used goods, paying cash on the spot. We carry all the gear for all the sports all year long. We're your hometown sporting goods store. Play It Again Sports, conveniently located at 4 Club Center Court in Edwardsville.
Ready for fantastic deals? Head to Village Dispensary, where every day is a celebration. Start your week with 25% off Dog Walker pre-rolls on Monday. Tuesday, enjoy 25% off Dibs gummies. On Wednesday, enjoy 30% off Nevada pens. On Thursday, it's 30% off CQ sodas, margaritas, and more. Friday, enjoy 3.5 grams of Megatron by NGW and Cronuts number 4 by Paul Bunyan for $25. Visit villagedispo.com and shop now.
Picture This and More has been a trusted name in the Alton community for more than 30 years, with the last 3 being right here on Broadway. We specialize in quality framing at affordable prices. We also feature works by local artists because we're proud of our community. If you have valued treasures to display and preserve, we're sure to have the perfect fit with our large selection of custom framing and display options. Whatever color, shape, or size, Picture This and More has the look you need. Stop by today and let us help you with your next project.
Welcome back to our daily show. Here's CJ.
Then that time I went and said goodbye. Now I'm back and not ashamed to cry. Ooh, baby, here I am, signed, sealed, delivered, I'm yours. Here I am, baby. Oh, you got me feeling shaky.
Welcome back. 9:35. That's what friends are for. The benefit concert on December the 8th. Nick made it across the pond there. How was the war zone that's 367?
You know what? It was a little traffic, but, I'm glad to be here.
So I'm really excited to have you here, too. Fill me in on your non-for-profit, because we were talking, Harvey and I were, man, and this is really cool.
Yeah, I appreciate it. So Ujima is the nonprofit. Our mission is to cultivate community through food justice, environmental stewardship, and youth empowerment. And so we manage an urban farm in North City, and then we also have a teen program called the Sunflower Institute. We pay teenagers and young adults $20 an hour to work with us, and we engage them in the urban farm, and then we also take them on camping trips. We go on float trips, and then we engage them in professional development, but then we also do mental health support to support them and their families as well.
That's really cool. And I always, the last couple of years with having all these not-for-profits on the show and talking about different organizations, there's always such a need really for just what you guys are doing, getting kids outside and learning about these very important, not only life skills, but also ways that we can critically think in other aspects of our lives and really benefit from it. And, over in North County, what I thought was really cool, too, about a year ago, I went over and seeing some of the really great hiking areas, too, that are in some of the portions that you would drive by and never think of being really great areas. How long has this been in operation? Yeah, so the Urban Farm has been around since November of 2021, but the nonprofit, we started officially in 2018. And now take me through some of the reaction from the Urban Farm. Yeah, so it's been great. We've gotten a lot of support from neighbors. We've hosted quarterly neighborhood cleanups with organizations like Earth Day 365, and we've been able to clean up over 10,000 pounds of trash in North City. Wow. Since, since we had the farm. So that's incredible. And, to me, though, it does even more than all of what you've listed. It teaches a sense of community pride, too, and that loving where you live aspect of it all. And what are some of the takeaways that some of the kids that you work with, have in their experiences, from these community projects and down to just, some of the entertainment events that you guys put on? Yeah, so we've gotten a lot of great feedback from the young adults and the teens that we work with. And so they're really inspired by working with us because they see professionals that look like them in various arenas, whether it be agriculture, culinary arts, conservation. And so a lot of times you don't know what's out there. And so there are a lot of opportunities, like through our partnership with the Missouri Department of Conservation. There are jobs that exist in their realm that I didn't know about. And so to be able to expose them to staff and those type of outdoor education activities, I think is really cool. And so it really opens up the opportunities that are available to them. Well, and now take me to George Washington Carver Farm. I see this on your website. Is this still looking to grow? Yeah. So we currently have a house and a half acre. I'm really proud because my grandmother has actually lived in this community for over 40 years. Oh, wow. And so to have this opportunity to be about change and community in that space is really special. And so, we have the opportunity to expand. We have vacant properties surrounding the urban farm, and so we have the ability to purchase some more land next year. So I'm really excited about that. Let me play this video.
Welcome to George Washington Carver Farms. This community hub will honor the Missouri legend who transformed the way we grow food in America.
We've had enough of this nonsense.
We will be restoring abandoned and unsafe land. The trees and plants we sow improve the air and soil quality. Our native garden will create a rich and vibrant habitat for pollinators. Our progress will create a sustainable green space. We are committed to restoring our neighborhood and combating illegal dumping. Help us continue our mission of cultivating community through food justice, environmental stewardship, and youth empowerment. Check out ujimastl.com to donate, find volunteer opportunities, and learn more about the first phase of George Washington Carver Farms. In the words of George Washington Carver, where there's no vision, there's no hope.
about that? A plus. A plus.
I appreciate that.
I saw the website and I wanted to do a little bit more on this because this is what the funds of this benefit concert are going to start going towards too. And how can we volunteer, Nick? How can we sign up, or even just, with the end of the year coming up and the end of the quarter, that beautiful fourth quarter, that means that there are some last minute deductions that need to be made. And 501c3?
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
there you go. Tax deductible.
Yes,
There's
yes.
the sales pitch for you. How can we help, and how can we sign up and be a part of your growing organization?
Yeah, so if folks want to come out and visit us, you're more than welcome. On Saturdays, we have volunteer shifts from 10 a.m. to noon. And then folks are always welcome to donate. You can donate and sign up for volunteers on our website. You can reach out. We're on social media, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, all the things. So you can definitely reach out to us that way. We're going to do a happy hour for Giving Tuesday, which is November the 26th. So yeah, plenty of ways to tap in and support.
Well, and on your website, there's a couple of staggering statistics. 1 in 6 children in the state of Missouri struggle with food insecurity and the food deserts that are in the state. But also 865,000 plus residents in Missouri don't know where their next meal's coming from. And now, what's the end goal for the organization? What's that final place look like for you, where you're envisioning, you've reached that mountaintop and you've really achieved that final mission? What is that mission for you?
That's a good question. So the big dream is for us to be the Eckert's Farm of North City.
Wow.
And so to take agriculture and scale it up to add agritourism. They have a restaurant, they have a cidery, they have multiple opportunities year round for folks to support, on top of the amazing fruit that you can get from there as well. And so I want to do something similar, but then also have the education components and continue to scale up the Sunflower Institute and the way that we show up for young people.
Well, and that's what I wanted to dive into. Good. He has like a crystal ball over there, Harvey. I'm telling you what. That's incredible.
From the moment I met him, I went, oh, the guy talks better than I do.
So let's go into detail a little bit more on the Sunflower Institute, because I was reading a little bit on it before you came into the studio today, and just reading about the graduates and just that, really just seems like a successful program.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so we're in the young stages of the program. So we started in 2021. And so one thing I was adamant about, one, we paid them $20 an hour. We wanted to make sure that we invest in them, and part of that is compensation.
Yeah.
And so we make sure that they get paid $20 an hour. We also have an occupational therapist that we work with as a consultant, and then we have mental health support staff that can support them on the individual and group basis as well. So those were the non-negotiables, and then we had a farm, so it made sense that we had them work with us. And during the summertime, the busy season, it's great to have those extra hands, but then we also do the camping trips. We visited Onondaga Cave. And so we really do an intentional work about exposing them to the amazing green spaces in Missouri, but then also connecting them with other opportunities once they leave us, whether it be internships or job opportunities.
One of the things that has been such a misconception from youth across the entire St. Louis Metro East is the lack of availability to the what I call the core principles in a young person's life, and that's entertainment and that nuanced feeling of innovation and of culture, and also just finding that real overall experience that incorporates all aspects of life, that family aspect, the going out aspect, but also the educational. And I don't feel like our young people realize the opportunities that are just in the 618 and 314 areas. And with your program and organization, I feel like that's a really great way to kind of break down the wall of there's nothing going on here, because in your own backyard, in your farm, I mean, the opportunities just in that couple of acre or whatever, how big it is endless. You know what I'm saying? And just kind of discovering that and realizing how important our own ecosystems are and going camping. Do you see that on the kids' faces too? Is there like a turnaround time for maybe when someone first is in the program to when maybe that clicking happens? You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yes, absolutely. You definitely see it on a camping trip because oftentimes they've never been in spent the night in a tent, let alone been on a river for 5 hours on a float trip, going to a cave tour. These are all brand new experiences that they normally don't have access to. And so that and alone and seeing their faces and realizing the wonders that exist in Missouri, I think is really cool to see for sure.
Man, this is so cool. Harvey, getting back to the December 8th concert, where are we doing this at again?
At St. Paul's United Methodist Church in East Alton.
Really cool.
Yep, exactly.
How many seats are we filling?
400.
Oh, we got this. We got this in the bag.
400, yeah.
And how much are tickets?
Tickets, there's no charge. We are taking free will offerings, and we're going ahead of this with the people that I know and Nick's connections. And what I'm telling my folks is it's $2,500 to fund one scholarship. I already have a donor out there who will match that $2,500 if I raise it. So the approach is I don't want people to be barred from attending a really great concert who may not have the financial ability to do so, that type of thing. So we're saying, y'all come, we're going to take up a free will donation. But outside of this, I am reaching out to my friends and colleagues and business people to say, here's what's going on, step up. And I'm guilting him into it.
Well, honestly,
I keep telling him, I'm an old man. It's an honor of my grandfather. My mother's birthday is the same day. She was a gifted musician. But we're doing it because from the first time I met Nick, I was so impressed because he understands what kids are missing, because kids in education today are bored and they are wrapped into technology, and he's giving them the opportunity to experience and then learn from the experience. And it's phenomenal.
And on top of that, too, it's a real experience because with this technology, we've had people on the show all the time talking about this false sense of reality that's developed around. And when you get your hands into something that's actually real and you can feel that, you know this better than I do. Why am I telling you this? It's amazing to see this all take place.
Yes.
And so if you're just tuning in, if you have $0 in that bank account or $1 million, you're invited to go for free.
You bet. Exactly.
But if you do have that $1 million floating and you want to help send a lot of kids over,
right there.
we are going to take that happily and call it a good December 8th concert. But before I let both of you go, and this has been a great conversation, so thanks for being a part of it.
Thank you for the invitation.
No, this is great. Nick, I got to ask you, you talked to me during the break about the newer alderwoman coming over and kind of just working with you guys a little bit. The conversations with the elected officials have got to be really positive ones because especially, when you turn on regional news and every 30 seconds it's like, well, here's another bad thing, bad thing, bad thing, bad thing. Here's how you can help us. Bad thing, bad thing, bad thing. They've got to love the fact that there is somebody investing actively, and there's so many, Nicks out there in St. Louis, but something like this that's where hands-on with the youth, that's really about building that next generation. What do their conversations sound like with you?
So they've all been positive. I remember the first time I met Alderwoman Laura Keys, it was at a event in which we got awarded. We got a $150,000 grant from serving our communities. So that was really cool. And so
Nick's also a part of my show.
Welcome to the new co-host.
Sorry.
Yes. So at that event, I had never met her in person, and in conversation, she was saying that she's new to this position and she really wanted to have fruit trees in the community. And I was like, we literally have 14 fruit trees right now in our urban farm. And so it was just a really organic, positive conversation. And so she was really excited about the work that we were doing, and the fact that my grandma has been in the community for so long. It just made sense. And so I'm grateful for her support and the community as well.
So before I let you go, that's where I wanted to end on was with your grandma, because being in a neighborhood for 40 years, you see the growth, the highs, the lows of everything. What are her thoughts now, with this development going on back there and all the work that you're doing, just her takeaway on how everything's going?
Yeah, she's really proud. And so while I don't currently live in that community, she always stops by and checks on the farm for me. And just recently, a couple of weeks ago, I dropped off some collard greens, and so she's proud. And I'm a little biased because I'm the first grandbaby, but she loves what I do, and she's always checking in on me. And it's another opportunity for me to go see her, and the fact that I work in her neighborhood is really amazing too.
That's really cool, man. And Harvey, getting back into this, after it all, you had the medical episodes happen, and to end the I guess music career and all of that in this way, it's got to just be one of the. No wonder you're beaming with joy. Look at all the good you're bringing out. Now, what have your friends and the people you've been calling on the phone been pretty eager to help?
Oh my gosh, jumping in. As a matter of fact, most recently, there's a phenomenal artist, chef, musician in St. Louis named Ty Davis. I watched Ty's artwork, and I actually bought a piece to ship to the Philippines because my son there is opening a restaurant.
Oh, wow.
On one of the islands. And I said, well, I'm shipping you this piece. So as Ty and I were talking, I went in and met him in the Arts District because I wanted to see the rest of his artwork. Well, then I learned that not only is a gifted artist, but he has a cello degree from SIUE, so he's going to come up and play in the concert, but he didn't know anything about what Nick was doing, and I said, you got to get connected to Nick there also, and then he is a phenomenal chef, so he is going to be doing a specialized dinner for my guests on Friday night in the Arts Loft District, so they can see his work, taste his food, and so I can connect him, these two guys together, because that's what the other thing happens. Not-for-profits end up in their own silos because you're always fighting for your own existence.
Right.
So if you can find a way for the not-for-profits to cooperate, if you can introduce to that, to get back to your question, people have been, number one, blown away by his work. Just blown away.
Well, it's just incredible. I mean, I've had a lot of not-for-profits on the show, man. This is really incredible, seriously.
Thank you.
So
and I'm not saying that because you're bigger than me.
Well, that wouldn't be me. Maybe bigger this way.
Well, Harvey, we got a couple of minutes, about 60 seconds left. Give me your sales pitch to That's What Friends Are For. The floor is yours, Senator. Get us there. Sights and sounds, and where are we heading to on December the 8th at what time?
December the 8th at 3 p.m. You will have the opportunity for free to experience phenomenal music, to benefit an outstanding not-for-profit, and to spend an hour and a half that in a time where there is not a lot of hope, great hope is there, and you will see the potential of the future as we head into 2025. You got to come. And if you can't come, more important, you got to send the organization money.
Yes.
Because that is what's needed to keep his vision and growth going. So I'm a lucky man to know him. I'm a lucky man to invite people to this concert. And I'm also lucky to hit people up for money.
Absolutely. Nick, man, my pleasure. What's the best way for folks to stay connected?
Yeah, so you can definitely visit our website, ujimastl.org.
Can you spell that for us?
Yes, UJIMASTL.org. And then we're also under Ujima STL on Instagram and Facebook. So yes, you can find us on those platforms as well.
And you can also go to otherpeopleskids.org, and it's there on my not-for-profit site.
Oh, really cool.
Yeah.
Thank you. We'll link everything in a write-up on RiverBender.com. Before we take a quick break, all right, you know the deal. Queen of Junk. Your junk is their business. In St. Louis, Nick, I'm sure there's some properties that got to get all that stuff out of that. I was driving around. I'm not trying to pick on anybody, but some of you got hot tubs and things that are laying around since the first Bush administration. It's sad. You got to call the Queen of Junk. For 30 years, she's been the Queen of Junk, and she took on the big guys. She decided that this year she is going to be, or last year she was going to be the trash provider for the area, taking on literally the big companies because they don't care.
No.
You call and then they go, well, we're going to expedite your claim and we're going to call it a day. What she does is she answers the phone. Isn't that wild? Like the business owner answers it.
Yeah.
Now her purple and yellow trash cans are popping up and mating like bunny rabbits. It's crazy to see all the work. Go to sparksjunkremoval.net, reclaim your space today, and start your journey with the Queen of Junk, now the Queen of Trash, today.
Looking for the best barbecue in Madison County? Head over to Carver's Barbecue in Godfrey, Illinois. From loaded barbecue nachos to mouth-watering pulled pork, brisket, ribs, and more, Carver serves up award-winning flavors you'll love. Family-owned, Carver's is all about fresh made in-house dishes served daily. Come visit us at 2716 Groveland in Godfrey or give us a call at 618-467-9999. Order online, get it catered, or stop by for the best smoked meats around. Where great flavors meet family tradition, you'll find Carver's Barbecue.
Get paid to go solar.
We're not solar bros. At Grid, we're solar pros. We explain the process behind solar power so you can make an informed decision. We'll work with you to make owning your power as simple as possible and affordable with zero down financing and payment options. Our only goal is to save you money. Call Grid when you're ready to be independent of the power company.
We are Phillips 66 Wood River Refinery. We make the fuels that take us to work and our children to school. We make materials and energy products that allow us to stay connected to each other. We care about the quality and safety of our products because we care about the communities we share. Our employees live our values of safety, honor, and a commitment to act as good neighbors where we live and operate. We are Phillips 66. Heck no! Get on back here. Hold on here. I want to talk to our darn staff up there. Yeah, all of you that are in the offices. CJ, talking to you right now. Hold on here. 9:56. I know that the news team, my coworkers, did not put up a damn podcast, best of all podcasts for Cozy Days, and my damn podcast doesn't make the list. There's no bigger wake-up call in life than that. Let me read this to you. As the leaves turn golden and the air grows crisp, whether you're sipping on pumpkin spice, cozying up with a soft blanket, or leisurely walk through the autumn foliage, the right podcast can enhance your experience, okay? So, listen, I'm just going to let you look at my screen and let you see what I'm seeing here. Hold on here. We're going to do this together. Look at this. So, here you go. Let me zoom out so you can see the full upset on The Daily Show here. You see this? The Nature Podcast. Look at this. This American Life. Let's just advertise them. Cozy Mysteries. My Favorite Murder. Oh, yeah. I met my neighbor, too. Criminal. Unlocking Us with Renee Brown. Do you guys see our Daily Show anywhere? You guys see our Daily Show anywhere? I don't. That's my point there. Okay. Anyway, back to CJ. You can check all those out at some Spotify app. Citizen... I just had to get that on. I was looking on our site during the commercial break and went, what the hell? I thought we were friends. Hey, Citizens for Modern Transit, the St. Clair County Transit District, and Metro Transit partnering for what I don't even know if I can do this. I am mentally shattered right now. The confidence level just dropped to an all-time low. You know I never come back from break early. It's always something important if I'm coming back from break early. Well, anyway, let me fill you in on something before top of the hour. Citizens for Modern Transit, the St. Clair County Transit, and the Metro Transit are partnering to host Oh What Fun It Is to Ride I can't even get through this. During the morning and evening commutes Friday, December the 6th. Goal of the effort is to spread a little holiday cheer while also reminding residents about the advantages of taking public transit during winter months. Teams will be at the North Hanley, Central West End, Forest Park, Shrewsbury, Emerson Park and Fairview Heights Transit Centers from 7 a.m. to 8:30 a.m., handing out special stainless steel mugs and encouraging transit riders to sign up for Modern Transit's free Guaranteed Ride Home program. The program provides subsidized access for immediate transportation options like ride-hailing services, taxi or vehicle rental if a personal emergency, sickness, or unscheduled overtime arises. Riders are reimbursed 80% of the cost, up to $60 per ride, as many as 4 times per year. That's really cool. So wanted to fill you in on this and let you know that Santa's stopping by the Emerson Park Transit Center from 3:30 to 5 p.m. that same day as part of that family-friendly event. 10 o'clock in downtown Alton. Top of the hour news hits you next.
Since 1993, Sparks Junk Removal is always adapting to the needs of our clients. That is why we now offer weekly trash pickup for selected areas. Plus, we offer driveway-safe rubber-tired dumpster rental. Give us a call today at 618-781-1407 or visit us at sparksjunkremoval.net.
Life's better when you're under the American Family Insurance roof because they know your house is home base for their dreams. Whether it's a kid like me aiming for the big leagues, future rocket scientist, or a budding prima ballerina. When you feel totally protected, your family's free to pursue their dreams. She's good.
Let's go.
American Family Insurance.
No matter the season, Play It Again Sports in Edwardsville has the gear the athletes need to get in the game. Whether you're shopping for the newest sports equipment or saving money on quality used gear, Play It Again Sports carries what you need to maximize performance to get the most out of every swing, kick, stroke, or shot. We'll even buy your used goods, paying cash on the spot. We carry all the gear for all the sports all year long. We're your hometown sporting goods store. Play It Again Sports, conveniently located at 4 Club Center Court in Edwardsville.
Yo, what up? It's Mike Keith, the proud graduate of Lewis and Clark Community College. I got my start in broadcasting and now work all over the country. I discovered my path in media, but I could have been an electrician. Or I could have been a nurse.
Maybe not.
I had an amazing experience with Dr. Haug and her team. I came here when I was 10 years old to get my braces on. Now I'm 28 years old, braces off, and I get so many compliments on my smile. It's helped me thrive in my career as a news reporter, and also as Miss Missouri USA, I took the stage with confidence, knowing my smile was gonna make me look like $1 million. I've never felt better and more confident because of my smile.
Has free checking become a thing of the past? Not if Liberty has anything to say about it. With 3 free personal checking options and even a free business checking account, free is alive and well at Liberty Bank, the local bank that gives you free checking choices and more cashing in your pocket. Bank locally, bank Liberty. For more information, visit www.bankliberty.com.
Welcome back to our daily show. Here's CJ.
Cause you see, I'm a dinosaur. I should have died out a long time before. Have pity on a dinosaur.
Oh, boy, my boy, 10:03, top of the hour news hitting you now. Make sure you sign up for that daily email update where you can join myself and the 70,000 people that are in the know each and every day of the work week and on Saturdays with Around the Riverbend. We'll take you to top of the hour news now. The time is 10:03. And we do have more for you on that Tremont shooting. 3 individuals were injured in that shooting incident late Friday night at a residence on Tremont Street in Alton. Reports of gunfire were received around 11:42 p.m. on November the 15th. Upon arrival, officers arrived to confirm that victims had sustained gunshot wounds while inside this residence. The suspects fled the scene before police arrived and currently, at the time of the posting, remain at large. We will have updates the moment we hear of them. Emergency medical personnel treated the injured on the site, with 2 victims transported to local hospitals, one to a St. Louis facility. Investigation suggests that the residence was targeted, and the Alton Police Department is leading the ongoing investigation. RiverBender.com's Chris Rhodes was on the scene that Friday night, and here's the sights and sounds of what we captured on Tremont Street in Alton. As you can see, there are officials with the Alton Police Department, the Madison County Sheriff's Office, lined up and down in a heavy presence on Friday night in Tremont and Alton. You can see members of the Alton Police Department walking down the road there, and the section of the house that was cornered off there, the caution tape, and more from that investigation. We'll keep you updated as more details do emerge in this shooting incident. And Chris Rhodes, a breaking news reporter for RiverBender.com, bringing us the latest. 2 individuals from Indiana, Caitlin R. Staub and Elijah D. Prater, both 28 years of age, were charged in Madison County after stealing more than $300 worth of items from the Collinsville Walmart. Now, here's what we know. The stolen merchandise items include a crossbow, arrows, a smartwatch, and tools, among others. Alongside the theft charges, Prater faces a Class 3 felony for possessing methamphetamine, with Staub charged with possessing buprenorphine. Their cases were presented by the Collinsville Police Department, and both have been granted pretrial release. It's important to note that all charges based upon probable cause. And finally, in the news today, congratulations to the Collinsville girls, or the Calhoun girls volleyball team. Man, I've had a rough newscast today. This historic moment on Saturday as Calhoun girls volleyball team clinched their first state championship. How cool is this? They defeated Stockton in 2 sets, 25-17 and 25-16, facing back-to-back postseason exits in previous years. The Warriors were not letting this one slip by, and they are holding the trophy high up in the sky. They have a 39-2 record to wrap up this season. Head coach Missy Ziprick, who has been with the team since its early years, expressed pride in her players. Joe Hurley and Kate Ziprick led the team with strong performances, highlighting their teamwork and commitment throughout the season. The championship victory caps off a 24-game winning streak, and that's a look at what's happening around the Riverbend. Let's take a quick look at weather. 63 degrees currently in downtown Alton. It feels like 62. Rainy this morning, cloudier, becoming windier and warmer. Rain and a thunderstorm this morning, followed by spot showers this afternoon. It will get colder this week. Tonight, strong winds subsiding, periods of rain this evening. Otherwise, mostly cloudy and mild. There could be a rumble of thunder. Mold is the only portion of this air index that you need to be on the lookout for. Mold is high today at 21,000. And for the next 5 days, here's what temperatures look like. Ooh, I can power wash tomorrow. A high of 71 on Monday, a low of 53. That's today. 100% chance of rain throughout the day. On Tuesday, tomorrow, a high of 65, a low of 42 degrees. And on Wednesday, a high of 51, a low of 34 degrees. On Thursday, a high of 42, a low of 32. And on Friday, we're freezing, baby. A high of 46, and we are dropping below the freezing line on Friday night at 31 degrees. That's a look at the next 5 days. Here's what's happening now. 10:08 at 63 degrees in downtown Alton. It feels like 62 for time and temperature throughout the day. 618-465-4545. This time powered by Bounce Back, Rehab, Recover, and Return Home. We'll take a quick break, but coming down the pipeline, Grid Solar next.
Life's better when you're under the American Family Insurance roof, because they know your house is home base for their dreams. Whether it's a kid like me aiming for the big leagues, ready? Future rocket scientist, or a budding prima ballerina. When you feel totally protected, your family's free to pursue their dreams. She's good.
Let's go.
American Family Insurance.
When life throws unexpected challenges your way, you need a versatile legal ally to protect you. Sean Lentz, with over 12 years of experience, is here to help you in a variety of avenues. From personal injury to criminal defense and even semi-truck accidents, Sean Lentz has your back. Don't wait for the justice that you deserve. Call 618-465-8000 and see how Sean can help you today.
No matter the season, Play It Again Sports in Edwardsville has the gear the athletes need to get in the game. Whether you're shopping for the newest sports equipment or saving money on quality used gear, Play It Again Sports carries what you need to maximize performance to get the most out of every swing, kick, stroke, or shot. We'll even buy your used goods, paying cash on the spot. We carry all the gear for all the sports all year long. We're your hometown sporting goods store. Play It Again Sports, conveniently located at 4 Club Center Court in Edwardsville.
Ready for fantastic deals? Head to Village Dispensary, where every day is a celebration. Start your week with 25% off Dog Walker pre-rolls on Monday. Tuesday, enjoy 25% off Dibs gummies. On Wednesday, enjoy 30% off Nevada pens. On Thursday, it's 30% off CQ sodas, margaritas, and more. Friday, enjoy 3.5 grams of Megatron by NGW and Cronuts number 4 by Paul Bunyan for $25. Visit VillageDispo.com and shop now.
Picture This and More has been a trusted name in the Alton community for more than 30 years, with the last 3 being right here on Broadway. We specialize in quality framing at affordable prices. We also feature works by local artists because we're proud of our community. If you have valued treasures to display and preserve, we're sure to have the perfect fit with our large selection of custom framing and display options. Whatever color, shape, or size, Picture This and More has the look you need. Stop by today and let us help you with your next project.
Welcome back to our daily show. Here's CJ.
Find the goddamn electric. I'm sorry. I'm frustrated, Jaylee. Oh, man. I've had your song in here for a month. What's going on? What did I do? Man, I haven't had this much energy on a Monday in a while. Well, it makes sense now.
What's up?
So everyone's all like, this weekend I had a bunch of texts because last week I felt like dog. I mean, I just did not feel good. And I had all those shorts coming out because I just partnered with a new programming company or a new software company out of the country that saw the show and wants to help it. And so all these are running. Well, I had a text come in. And it was from one of my good friends. He said, "Man, I said a prayer for you. You don't look like you're feeling good at all." You know, and I'm like, "Did I?" Like, I thought I had like I had like an Ativan dream or whatever you call them, because I thought, did I leave the house? You know, when I was asleep. But ever since then, you know, I had all this energy today, and I thought I got the show set up, and then Electric Avenue turned into the election night music is the button I pressed initially. So you're too good for political theme songs, you know?
I appreciate that.
Every time you come on the show, it's raining. I think we got to change this up.
Weird. Yeah.
They just want you to have more time with me. They know that you're slower on a rainy day, right?
That's exactly right, yeah.
Well, we were talking before this segment about just some of the weather patterns that can come in. You know, with our region being just as wild as it can be in the wintertime sometimes, is there anything like freezing rain or like hail that you really got to watch for these solar panels in terms of like damage wise, or in terms of just, you know, energy, you know, conservation wise, or just energy usage?
Sure. So like when it comes to damage, that's pretty uncommon actually.
Is it really?
Yeah. Most of the solar panels that are on the market, and especially the ones that we install, are rated for 1-inch hail at 80 miles an hour. So, you know, anything bigger than that, of course, is going to damage basically anything. So at that point, you have an insurance claim, and you had damage on the rest of your house anyway, right? And cars, et cetera, et cetera. But then as far as like weather patterns and things like that that prevent you from making energy, that's usually taken care of by things like your net metering program, if you have one available, battery backup, and then of course your generator, just like you would have a power outage at any other time. So like For instance, if you have solar only, which is what most customers in the area have, right? Solar only on the grid. If your panels are covered with snow or ice and they're not able to produce energy, you're just going to rely on whatever that net metering bank you had in the grid was and your grid power, right?
Really cool.
And then if you have backup power installed as well, your battery bank is going to help you out during those power outages, essentially is what you'd be experiencing there. Or, just not producing enough power. And then if you have a full-on power outage, including grid and solar, your battery backup and or generator would help out with that.
So when it comes to, just net metering, is there, I don't think I asked you this, but is there ever a rollover drop-off period to where, like, let's say you've been saving up all this energy because it was just a great year, we had one of those weird winters where it was 65 plus for 3 months, very little rain, very little cloud cover. Is there ever a period where, like after 2 years of having X amount of, rollover energy, in that bank, do they take it away ever?
It's actually 1 year.
Oh, is it?
Yep. So
okay.
With Ameren, Illinois, it's 1 year.
I'm glad I asked this question.
Then, there are some other utility companies, particularly co-ops and stuff, that are not solar friendly, especially, they might not have one at all.
Does that ever really happen to where you're still over after a year? Does that happen quite a bit?
Where you roll over after?
Yeah, like, do you know what I'm saying? Where they have to, like, where you hit that 1 year mark?
Sure.
Does that happen quite a bit?
Ideally, you're going to hit that just a little bit every year.
Okay,
right?
really
so,
cool.
Whenever we design a system, let's say you need 25,000 kilowatt hours a year, right? We're going to make you a system that's going to get you 105 to 110% of that, so that even if there's, bad weather, our design fell a little bit short, that's not likely to happen, but it's possible. But we're going to overdo it just a hair, so that you've got that window where even if you did fall short that year for whatever reason, you're still going to produce more than you needed on average.
Really?
Right? Yeah. Now that design philosophy is changing this coming year. As you know, we've talked about the net metering change and all that, but under the 1-to-1 program, that's how we would do that.
Now, with that design change, has it really changed all that much? Has it been a complete overhaul really to how you guys design your systems with this net metering? Or has it been really just a little bit of a speed bump and really just the design process?
I mean, for me, it's more of a speed bump because we already know what the answers are.
That's what I was saying.
Right?
Yeah, because you guys are ready for this. Yeah.
It's fine. But it's the customers moving forward are going to do one of two things. They're going to get a smaller system than they would have normally and just offset a very limited amount of their power, usually about 50 or 60%. And then the other customers are going to go full on and they're going to do, the big system with the battery backup.
When you guys were encountering this, because you saw this coming and you were prepared, it didn't seem like it really even bothered you guys too much because it seemed like your system design always had that option for battery backup.
Sure.
Like you guys were prepared for that.
These utility companies already exist.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It didn't seem like it was that big of a deal.
So like the big deal is that Ameren is the biggest utility company in our area. Right? That's the big deal. Now they have a similar net metering program or lack thereof to most of the utility companies in Southern Illinois. So we're just all on the same page now.
Really cool. No, I was reading something the other day, and it kind of went back into your pergola product. Is this new bifacial solar panel? Does this actually harness more sunlight, or have you guys looked into these really too much? Do they harness more?
We reserve those for solar ground mounts, pergolas, things like that. And basically what they do is they're able to capture sunlight on both sides of the panel. So
like reflective light too?
Right, yeah. So these panels are kind of cool because when you look up at them, you can actually see the cells from underneath. And then around that, instead of either being black or white, it's clear.
Wow.
Right? So everywhere, you get your little squares on the solar panels, those cells that are in there. In between all that, they're able to pass through light. And so whatever reflects back is also able to collect energy on the backside of those cells because it's the same architecture. Now they're using extra real estate that was already there.
So do you ever foresee, because I drove by, it's one of those things you just kind of have your blinders on. And I didn't realize the massive solar farm that's on Albee Street. I mean, that thing's pretty damn big for our area. Mm-hmm. Do you ever see it becoming more, because there was a lady coming on that came into the North Alton Godfrey meeting from a solar company that did a really big farm on Albee as well. And they were talking about this kind of like, not really, I don't really want to call it sharing, but it was like a co-op thing between the people that were a part of the
Community
farm.
solar, yeah.
Is that going to be coming more and more in play, or do you foresee any changes coming? Because my vision of this is like, well, why doesn't a neighborhood that has an HOA just buy solar, and that's just part of their
It's
deal?
actually the perfect idea for HOA.
Right, that's kind of what my thought was.
While being in the solar industry, we've had a tenuous relationship with HOAs.
Very loving, very loving.
In the past. But with that said, like, that is the perfect idea for them because it is a shared program. Ultimately, that's not, when you think about idealism or whatever, that's not my perfect goal, because my job is to get people to be more independent of the grid.
And so that kind of just, it doesn't...
Now, we can do that for community solar as well, things like that.
Yeah.
But our main focus is the independent.
You'd rather have everyone have their own.
Yeah, exactly. Now, with that said, that's not possible for everyone. Sometimes you have condominiums.
Right.
Sometimes you have a community, even in an HOA, let's say they don't care about solar at all, and you can do whatever you want, but it's an older HOA and their trees are 100 feet tall.
Yep.
Right? Well, but they have this field off in the distance, and the whole community could get solar there. That is the perfect opportunity for something
and that's exactly what I thought of.
So it's not good for everybody, right? We know that.
Because, obviously, I think the end goal for me, if I had the choice, would be having my own system, personally. Yeah. But if my thought immediate was like, SIUE and all of these college campuses that have these massive dormitories, it's like, hell, why aren't we just, doing
or the big
solar
flat roof on all those buildings as well,
Perfect, because all of them are paying electric bills anyway, you might as well just do this together.
Right.
Really cool stuff. Okay. So whenever we're talking about solar coming up in 2025, obviously, if you guys are waited now to save big on net metering, if that was what you guys wanted to do, that's pretty much all said and done. But 2025 is rolling around the corner, and what do you foresee happening? Are there anything that you guys are kind of keeping your eye out for legislative-wise, or just from what you've heard that you guys have to be privy to?
Not really.
So nothing like net metering, anything big like that this year?
No. This year, so we know what we're in. The new net metering program is kind of set in stone now. And like I said, it's not a huge change. We're used to dealing with that with other utility companies. So we designed the system that we would have designed for these other utility companies. We now have to design for Riverbend. And so those customers are going to get more with their system is really what it comes down to. They are going to pay a little bit more. The return's going to be a little bit less, but they're still going to save money, and they're still going to have more than what previous customers had in backup power.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, and now I was also just the solar products are becoming more and more available. It seems like to consume.
And we can do whole home backup for more homes now as well. That's
Right.
the main thing, right? So previously, batteries, they couldn't say jumpstart your air conditioner because there's this thing called locked rotor amps. It takes a lot of power to get that thing turning. Well, most of these new batteries, even on the low end, they can jumpstart 118 locked rotor amps. That covers almost all air conditioners we run into. Now, if you have multiple air conditioners, that is a little bit different.
Well, and honestly, what I think so cool too is, just seeing it's not today or tomorrow, but like products that were almost thought to be for the richer organizations or people, like the solar products that were roofs or maybe some of the newer stuff a couple of years ago. It seems like the price is starting to drop a little bit.
It's attainable.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's where I was kind of fishing towards. Is
Sure.
that it's not one of those where you're got to be the ritzy Beverly Hills couple to have
Right.
the roof, or to have this product. It seems like they're all becoming more and more obtainable.
Right. So, for instance, yes, I own a solar company now. I don't make a ton of money, right?
Right.
But even putting in perspective, I bought solar when I was a sales rep at another company.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like it's completely attainable. It's a middle class thing. It's not a 1%er thing.
Well, like I said, like I was looking at some of the new stuff like Tesla's making. It's so cool. Like
very
it's
cool.
the roof is still expensive as hell, but
Right.
eventually I think that's going to become an affordable
It
product.
will, yeah. And those are fringe technologies. And
What's that? Just because I'm not
fringe? Well, just because it's like it's that is on the
I
leading
get
edge,
you.
right?
Okay,
It's,
yeah, get you.
And so once those things, basically, things like the Tesla roof, then you're gonna have cheap knowkoffs.
Yeah.
Right. And then out of those cheap knockoffs, eventually they're gonna be some good quality products. Right?
Right.
I mean, that's just the way it goes. So yes, that is going to be a very common occurrence in the future.
You know, and even like Ryan was
can't wait.
saying too, like with the cars now, like some of the electric vehicles that could actually like power your house if it's plugged. Like some of the two-way is really cool. You got a moment to stick around?
Vehicle to grid, yes, yeah.
We're going to take a quick break. We'll come back with Jason, have some more fun with Grid Solar right after this on RiverBender.com. Get over here and Roku TV.
I set the thermostat so my house would be warm when I got home from work, but the kitchen is still cool.
At Barrett Heating and Cooling, we stand behind every Linux system we sell.
My dealer said he'd take care of everything.
At Barrett Heating and Cooling, we understand everyone wants prompt, professional service.
Turns out it wasn't my furnace after all, just a little something blocking the vent.
Pretty smart dog if you ask me. For service you can count on, call Barrett Heating and Cooling.
Lennox, innovation never felt so good.
Macias Insurance Agency, providing quality products with extremely competitive prices. As an independent provider, we source multiple companies to offer the best rates possible, covering auto, home, business, and life insurance. Our goal is to provide quality service that meets and exceeds customer expectations. You can rest easy knowing the Macias team is working round the clock to ensure that both you and the most important parts of your life are covered. Our qualified professionals make the insurance process easy so you can live carefree and focus on what matters most. Visit MaciasInsuranceAgency.com today to find out what our team can do for you.
I had an amazing experience with Dr. Haug and her team. I came here when I was 10 years old to get my braces on. Now I'm 28 years old, braces off, and I get so many compliments on my smile. It's helped me thrive in my career as a news reporter, and also as Miss Missouri USA, I took the stage with confidence, knowing my smile was gonna make me look like $1 million. I've never felt better and more confident because of my smile.
You won't find a better health club than Nautilus Fitness Center. More cardio, more free weights and equipment, more classes, a swimming pool, and more. If you're serious about your health and want to make a change, then stop thinking about it and visit Nautilus Fitness Center on Industrial Drive in Alton. Don't fall for the hype you get from the other health clubs. Nautilus is the Riverbend's premier health club. Has been for years and will be for years to come. Get to Nautilus Fitness Center and get started on a healthier new you.
You're listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nasello on RiverBender.com.
I ain't got no melody. I'm gonna sing it to my
I'm still mad at myself for this damn Electric Avenue thing. Like, I don't think I'm ever going to let... I was so proud. Like, I was in here today. I felt good.
Get the point.
Losing my voice
it's a
already.
Monday after all, you know.
It's something. You know, it's never a case of the Mondays when Grid Solar's on your house because you never have to worry about the crew. You know what I'm saying? Because we've all had people work on our homes.
Yep.
And the other day I had Charter come over, and the guy was wonderful. They did the Governor Pritzker surprised everybody by doing a press conference, and John was out of town, and so it's like, hey, go do this press conference. I'm like, shit, you know, I got to go. And I had a Charter guy.
Yeah.
Well, I forgot about the Charter guy, and he called me. He goes, hey, man, I'm at your house. I'm like, oh, give me about 15 minutes. That turned into 45, and the guy stayed and waited for me, and very, very thankful. He was a very good guy. But, you know, I sat there, and my family has a sewer company, and I told him, I go, man, I am so sorry for hovering over you like this. Like, I hated when people stare at you when you're doing your job, you know. Do you ever have, like, a helicopter client or anyone like that? Like, how does the crew kind of manage that? Because we're all nosy, and we want to see the process of the build.
That is part of it, too, because what we install is actually fun.
Really cool.
It's cool.
Yeah.
And so, yes, it happens a lot. But in all honesty, it's usually you know the male in the house
that just
and you know talking about tools and what they used to do. And honestly, it's just fun because you got somebody to just hang out with. I have not had anybody who was like really.
Like a Karen?
Like they were leering. No, it's honestly, it's always super chilled. You know, like I told you over the summer, you know, we're always getting like free fruits and vegetables from people's gardens. You know what I mean? Honestly, we have a good job. It's a good job. We have great customers, and then like our installers, they're professional. It's just it's easy.
And honestly, I feel like the nervousness for someone that's hovering, like for a team, it's only there if you're not experienced and you don't know what the hell you're doing.
Right,
because people can see through that pretty quick. I might not be a carpenter, but I know when you split wood when you're putting boards on my house that things aren't looking too good.
Right, right. Everybody knows the sound of a slipping screw, right? Yeah, exactly. Right. Yeah, stripping out all the screw heads. We don't have any issues. No,
do you have any unique projects you guys are looking to do coming up? Because you do pergolas, you do like some unique things, but like, is there one cool one?
Actually, there is.
Oh, cool.
That's funny. You should mention that. So we're. Someone who is having a dock installed.
Oh, yeah. It flooded. His damn pond flooded a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, he's having a dock installed. And so we're going to put some bifacial panels on his dock.
Really? Floating dock?
No, it's on piers.
Oh, I get you. Okay.
It's a pier dock. But yeah, it's going to have a pergola style roof on it. We're going to install solar on that. So that
what does that power?
Interesting. That's going to power, I think, about 35% of his property, and it's just that one array.
Are you serious? Mm-hmm. That's what I meant earlier. I remember asking about pergolas, and my question was off because I thought of it at the time with the product, just because of how my brain works, is, that would be great if you have like a pond or if you have like outdoor stuff.
Oh, but no, they make substantial power.
That is, see, I didn't realize that.
It's not going to necessarily like take you off grid or something.
Right, but still.
But it's going to take a good chunk of power out of your power
bill.
And
hell, 35% of your property doesn't mean 35% of your bill either.
And his property is
very substantial.
Large, right?
Yeah.
So like if you were to put something like this on, say, a 2,200 square foot house, you would probably do closer to 50 or 60, depending on how much power they use in that house. But 50 or 60% of their power.
So friggin' interesting. Yeah, because I knew it was coming. But whenever you said that the first time, like I don't know why my mind was like, well, I could get this because I could power my
just like one light bulb.
Like I could put my automatic locks on this,
No. They could do much more than that. Yeah.
They can power more than your damn pond. Okay,
yes.
So getting into whenever you're going over bills and usage, is there like a cutoff to where like if usage is too, what's too low of a usage for you guys to make an impact?
Too low of a usage?
Is there such a thing?
I mean, we can always make an impact. The difference is, we have to jump through basically the same hoops, right, with the same manpower and all that stuff. So once the system gets too small, the cost of benefit doesn't work out because the amount of time and effort and materials we have to invest in that might not make sense for the customer.
That's what I was
usually
curious,
like if your system is, say, like going to be 4 kilowatts or less, which is very small, you're probably not going to want to look at solar.
Yeah.
Right? Not one that's installed by us, because we'll do it for you.
It just won't work.
You're probably not going to save a lot of money on that.
Makes sense.
Right? Now, if you are looking at something where it's just an add-on to an existing system, there isn't nearly as much work to be done there because the main architecture of the system is already installed.
Is there any red tape when it comes to adding on to a system? Like if someone has a system, let's say they jumped on solar early, they saw this and thought, that's great, or they have one from 2 or 3 years ago and they want to add on, what's the safe point of it's okay to add on to this system?
If it's less than 5%.
Okay.
Yeah, the utility companies don't care. But if it's more, you should still pull permits anyway. But if it's more than 5%, which is most upgrades, it's going to be more than 5%.
No, in terms of after 10 years, you shouldn't really do much to your roof until you replace the roof. Sure. Is it like that for a system where if it's like over 15 years old, we need to just get a new system entirely, or can you add on to a system that's 10, 12 years old?
You can add on, but given the price and the technological advancements at that point, if you're in the market to add on to the system after 15 years, you're probably going to want to get a quote for both and see which one makes the most sense to you.
Really cool.
Right. So you might upgrade the whole system. It might cost less to upgrade the whole system than it would be to just add on to it with modern technology at that 15-year mark. But otherwise, like right now, we add on to systems all the time. We had one, but most of those systems that we add on to were only a few years old, and we're adding on because they changed something in their house. They got an electric car.
Gotcha.
They installed a hot tub. pool pumps, things like that.
Man, hot tubs are energy drainers, man.
Yeah.
Jeez, I didn't realize what pools and hot tubs did to people. I mean, that is like crippling electric, you know?
It is definitely a luxury item, yes. Especially if it's heated by electricity.
Oh, man. Well, do people still do heated drive? Can they do that with solar now? Can they heat driveways again?
I mean,
remember how people used to do that? They put like coils in their concrete?
Right, yeah. No, there's systems for that. I mean, we don't do any of that stuff.
You don't do any of that stuff?
No,
Okay.
no. But those systems do exist, I know for sure. It's just not very common.
Yeah.
Not around here anyway.
No.
That's more of a northern thing.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's like you're going to use it, 3 days out of the year?
Right, exactly. Yeah, we'll get that one ice storm every 10 years. Yeah.
No, I was talking to Ryan, and I think the big takeaway, too, for people in Alton and Edwardsville, and even in St. Louis, is there's all these beautiful homes that people want to buy, but the biggest fight was, how are we going to pay this damn electric bill all the time? Because electric was, especially in these Middletown homes that are 5,000 and 6,000 square feet, that are all, 1,800 builds. It was like the geothermal unit, and then how can you do this? But think about it. I mean, this solar system really does make it easy to own a piece of truly historic in the landmark property.
Yeah, especially, and if you are in one of those areas, and say you don't want solar panels like on the
That's
roof,
what I was getting at.
You know, we do have. I would love to install them. We haven't been able to yet, but those solar roof tiles that we have, and they are. You can get them in the dragon scale, the diamond shape. And
really cool.
Very cool stuff. 40-year warranty. And it's not a Tesla product.
Right.
It's a German-made product from SolarTech. Pretty cool.
SolarTech's a pretty high.
Just being up front, we haven't been able to install one of these sets yet. But man, I would love to because they are very cool.
Okay, now I'm finding my purpose with Grid Solar here. I'm finding my calling. So hold on here. I got a lot of you third warders out there in Middletown. I think the biggest thank you I could give to the solar Grid Solar folks is that one of you decides to be the first to take the plunge on the roof. What about you, Liz? Would you do roofing tiles that are solar? Yeah, maybe. We'll get Liz, maybe.
There we go.
But one of you could do this. You could be the first.
That'd be
Grid
sweet.
Solar's first solar tiles.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. Yeah, and there's all different shapes and colors and all that good stuff, which is perfect for those
and it matches.
historic communities. Yeah.
Well, and that's what I think's really cool, man. We found a way we got through this together, Jason. Look at that, 10:36.
It's a good Monday after all.
And the reason Jason was not prepared with my electric bill was because I sent it to him about an hour and a half before the show today, and so next time. But it is in the works now. The gears are moving.
And
we're going to get there. Jason, thanks so much for stopping by. I love what you guys are doing.
All right, thanks.
Take a quick break. We'll come back. More Daily Show on Monday after this.
Life's better when you're under the American Family Insurance roof because they know your house is home base for their dreams. Whether it's a kid like me aiming for the big leagues, future rocket scientist, or a budding prima ballerina. When you feel totally protected, your family's free to pursue their dreams. Which is good.
Let's go.
American Family Insurance.
When life throws unexpected challenges your way, you need a versatile legal ally to protect you. Sean Lentz, with over 12 years of experience, is here to help you in a variety of avenues. From personal injury to criminal defense and even semi-truck accidents, Sean Lentz has your back. Don't wait for the justice that you deserve. Call 618-465-8000 and see how Sean can help you today.
No matter the season, Play It Again Sports in Edwardsville has the gear the athletes need to get in the game. Whether you're shopping for the newest sports equipment or saving money on quality used gear, Play It Again Sports carries what you need to maximize performance to get the most out of every swing, kick, stroke, or shot. We'll even buy your used goods, paying cash on the spot. We carry all the gear for all the sports all year long. We're your hometown sporting goods store. Play It Again Sports, conveniently located at 4 Club Center Court in Edwardsville.
Ready for fantastic deals? Head to Village Dispensary, where every day is a celebration. Start your week with 25% off Dog Walker pre-rolls on Monday. Tuesday, enjoy 25% off Divs gummies. On Wednesday, enjoy 30% off Nevada pens. On Thursday, it's 30% off CQ sodas, margaritas, and more. Friday, enjoy 3.5 grams of Megatron by NGW and Cronuts number 4 by Paul Bunyan for $25. Visit VillageDispo.com and shop now.
Picture This and More has been a trusted name in the Alton community for more than 30 years, with the last 3 being right here on Broadway. We specialize in quality framing at affordable prices. We also feature works by local artists because we're proud of our community. If you have valued treasures to display and preserve, we're sure to have the perfect fit with our large selection of custom framing and display options. Whatever color, shape, or size, Picture This and More has the look you need. Stop by today and let us help you with your next project.
Welcome back to our daily show. Here's CJ.
Welcome back, Daily Show at 10:39. Community Christmas. Time to get boxes going.
You bet.
Well, you already did. I think I should probably not toot my own horn on this. Over 100 boxes have already been placed out yet or getting ready to be placed?
They're placed.
Oh, dang. You're moving, Liz and Margaret. How are we looking this year?
Looking good.
Always.
We had the 2 shopping days already. And
that's what's fun. I hope you saw the pictures. That's what people need to know, where their money goes. All these raffle tickets Liz sold, all these raffle tickets people bought. I mean, that's the end result. It was amazing.
Well, and honestly, that was what was so fun about doing the events all year long with Community Christmas is that it's truly all community based. And
it makes a difference. You make a difference.
Well, it does because it's we all see the folks in our community, and if we go to public events or even just on Facebook and seeing people that need help, and I think other events and drives are nice, but whenever you know that something truly stays here and helps local families, I think that's the bigger exclamation point because people need help, but we got to focus on our own neighborhood first, I think, sometimes before we can make sure others are okay too.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
That shopping event is really cool. I feel like seeing all the money, like you see people buy toys and clothes, but it's really humbling. You see like somebody comes up with like 100 toothbrushes.
Yeah.
Have you ever thought about switching your toothbrush? That when's the next time you're going to get a new toothbrush?
Right.
And some people, this benefits people in the community that don't have proper things like that.
Well, and Margaret, you were telling me last year, seeing some of the wish lists for kids that just wanted items for their parents.
Right.
That's amazing. Well, and I think it brings into perspective too how we get wrapped up into our own lives and don't realize that there's kids out there that are just telling Santa, I want mom and dad just to have some nice food for a couple of days or clothes. And is there still time to get boxes out?
Yeah, you can still get a box.
How do we do it?
Contact one of us and we'll get a box to you guys.
Absolutely.
Who else is left, though? I mean, 106 places. I don't know if there's that many buildings that are in operation.
Arrow Signs still hasn't gotten theirs. They're going to get it today. And RiverBender hasn't gotten theirs yet.
We're getting ours, too, and I got toys for that sucker. We're ready to go. I am ready. I am ready to go for Christmas. Christmas tree lightings this week, I believe, in Alton, and I am ready to kick off the holiday season. Cheery as all get out. I'm
ready.
So, how long was the shopping event? How long does that normally last?
Tuesday, we were there from 8 a.m. to 1:45.
Oh, wow.
And then Wednesday, I had to leave at noon, and I think they got done at like 1:30. So, yeah.
That's
pretty
incredible.
long thing. It's a lot.
That's a lot. I mean, that's like 16 hours worth almost of shopping for families in need.
Yes, and Target hosted us, and they were awesome. Carrie, our checker, is awesome. She wanted to work with us because she loves doing it every year.
And she volunteers.
Yeah.
That's so volunteers her time and all that. That's so cool. And now, what does Target do to kind of get everything prepared? Do you guys have like your own section, or are you guys in the middle of it all with everybody else?
We need to tell them the dates that we're coming because I was kind of making a joke to somebody because like Sleep in Heavenly Peace is an organization.
Oh, they're great.
And I was like, could you imagine being like, I'm off on Tuesday, I'm going to Target, I'm going to get myself all new bedding. And you go at 3:00 and there's no bedding. So Target has to be prepared because we clean out the toys.
Oh.
And I mean, I went shopping the second day for some Salvation Army stuff, and it was kind of slim pickings. Yeah.
Well, and now it's pretty cool too to see all the people in motion. You know, and like just seeing the pictures of it. But I mean, is there like a game plan where certain folks have certain sectors of target to kind of go through, or is it just kind of a free-flowing?
Free-flowing, but you can tell which organizations has got it down to a science over the last couple years. Like Boys and Girls Club come in the evening and they kind of spend time shopping because it takes so long to gather the stuff.
Yeah.
So then I think by 8:43 on Wednesday morning, they were checked out with everything and out the door, because on Monday night, they came in and they did the same thing. So I saw that they had some carts there, and I was like, can we check this? Let's keep it flowing, because that's when a holdup gets when we're waiting on everybody to get through the line, probably.
It's like a traffic jam.
And we had volunteers that helped, and agencies bring some of their own people, so... It's a lot of shopping to do in a short period of time.
And how many agencies this year were part of it?
15.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah.
And what does it mean to be able to truly support 15 different organizations, and not just, I mean, be able to say, well, we supported them a little bit, but I mean, this goes a heck of a long way. What are those conversations like with those agencies?
I mean, they're all so grateful for it. Yeah.
Very grateful. Very grateful.
I bet. And now Margaret has said that there are desserts being made already for December the 5th. So that means we are getting prepared for cookies and cocoa.
You bet. You bet.
Now, what goes on during cookies and cocoa?
Santa. He will be there. So come on down and sit on Santa's lap.
Bring your kids. I think my son Colt was there was a lot of adults there. A lot of people stopped by. So my son Colt got one-on-one attention with Santa for like 3 hours last year.
Well, you know why? They had a picture of me on the wall that said, don't let him sit on Santa's lap. It was very weird.
You still have time to get off the naughty list.
That's true. You guys get a moment to stick around?
Yeah.
Sure.
Take a quick break and pay a quick bill. 10:45, a little bit of change on this Monday morning. More Daily Show hits you next.
Since 1993, Sparks Junk Removal is always adapting to the needs of our clients. That is why we now offer weekly trash pickup for selected areas. Plus, we offer driveway-safe rubber-tired dumpster rental. Give us a call today at 618-781-1407 or visit us at sparksjunkremoval.net.
Life's better when you're under the American Family Insurance roof, because they know your house is home base for their dreams. Whether it's a kid like me aiming for the big leagues, future rocket scientist, or a budding prima ballerina. When you feel totally protected, your family's free to pursue their dreams. She's good.
Let's go.
American Family Insurance.
No matter the season, Play It Again Sports in Edwardsville has the gear the athletes need to get in the game. Whether you're shopping for the newest sports equipment or saving money on quality used gear, Play It Again Sports carries what you need to maximize performance to get the most out of every swing, kick, stroke, or shot. We'll even buy your used goods, paying cash on the spot. We carry all the gear for all the sports all year long. We're your hometown sporting goods store. Play It Again Sports, conveniently located at 4 Club Center Court in Edwardsville.
Yo, what up? It's Mike Keith, the proud graduate of Lewis and Clark Community College. I got my start in broadcasting and now I work all over the country. I discovered my path in media, but I could have been an electrician. Or I could have been a nurse.
Maybe not.
I had an amazing experience with Dr. Haug and her team. I came here when I was 10 years old to get my braces on. Now I'm 28 years old, braces off, and I get so many compliments on my smile. It's helped me thrive in my career as a news reporter, and also as Miss Missouri USA, I took the stage with confidence, knowing my smile was gonna make me look like $1 million. I've never felt better and more confident because of my smile.
Has free checking become a thing of the past? Not if Liberty has anything to say about it. With 3 free personal checking options and even a free business checking account, free is alive and well at Liberty Bank, the local bank that gives you free checking choices and more cashing in your pocket. Bank locally, bank Liberty. For more information, visit www.bankliberty.com.
Welcome back to our daily show. Here's CJ.
Southern nights, just as good even when closed your eyes.
By the way, that reminds me. Sorry, welcome back. 1048. Brian is a good motivator. So let me tell you why. During the Christmas in July raffle, I was sent a nice Facebook message that said, "How many tickets have you sold, CJ?" And I felt pretty proud from Brian. Okay. And I sent him my ticket number, and his response was a laughy face emoji.
Oh,
and
I forgot that you were like having your own little thing.
I wanted to get to the top. I got top 3. I think there was some mail-ins that came in or something that got me up to the finish line. But I thought it was pretty funny because I was really proud. And then he sent me that laughy face, and I realized I wasn't even close. And then I saw your Facebook Live and went, "Oh my God, I'm not even close to running."
I don't even remember how many I.
Oh, it was amazing. They hit it out of the park.
It was a landslide.
What actually happened was Margaret gave us this big envelope full of like 150 tickets, and it got thrown in the mail stack. And then all of a sudden I was like, oh, we got to get that done. So I started hustling. I think I had like 70 sold, and it was like a week before it was. And so I was like, okay, so I got like 70. How many do you have, Brian? And he was like, and I was like, no, like, you have to help.
It was so funny.
So
it was.
Then I went behind his back and reached out to all of his friends and got them to donate to me. So every time he would ask them, they'd be like, oh, we've already donated to somebody. And then he was so proud with his number. And then I came home and showed him, like, this is who I got and how many I got. And he was
her dad wanted to buy for Brian.
Yeah. It was good, though.
But I felt good. I felt good.
I'm sorry.
Well, it's okay. I got nervous whenever I got the laughy face sent to me after my number. I thought, oh my God, I'm going to get killed
Brian
here.
got laughed at when he got home. So
that's true. We both got laughed at. But see, I think that's what makes it fun, because if you aren't having fun doing it, then why are you doing it? Is always the thing I ask. And that's what you guys have really honed in on, is just the enjoyment, because the spirit of Christmas is in the event. Because there's some you guys have been, this, where it's like, oh God, we got to do this again this year. And it's so stressful. This is like an event,
It is. And you just have to keep your eye on the pie. I mean, it helps so many people. So many people would not have Christmas if it were not for community Christmas.
Well, and honestly, it's one of those things, and I never understood that, because I was always blessed with great parents and a great family, so we always had so much fun during the holidays. But hearing my history teacher at the time tell me about just some of the things that he went through, and how Christmas was the only day that his parents weren't fighting and drinking, all this stuff, and really in hearing some of the things that my grandpa's talked about at Christmas, and my other grandpa, it's just amazing that some of the Christmases that folks have experienced, and people take it for granted, all the time. Now, how can we help? What items do we need?
We need personal hygiene items, clothes, just basic necessities, and toys.
Really cool. And now, personal hygiene items, deodorant, like
toothpaste,
feminine products.
Feminine products.
Okay. Is there anything
hair care items?
Is there anything that we aren't allowed to donate, like for like products wise for hygiene or like healthcare?
No,
not that I can think
of. Nothing. Okay. And then are coats a big thing?
Coats and teens. We can't forget the teens. I have worked really hard this year.
A lot of people
want to
buy the toys, and they don't think about the teenage kids.
And honestly, for teenagers too. Like with what is that? Cyber Monday is always a great day to buy for teenagers.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, you can even go to like the dollar stores and get a bunch of stuff to throw in there.
My gosh, Carrie bought I don't know how many earrings off of Amazon this year. Mm-hmm. Lots of little girls are going to get earrings.
Well, and it's just things like that where items that maybe we take for granted because we have X number of them.
Basketballs, footballs,
God, yeah, that's what I'm getting.
I went to the new Five Below, and I got like Spider-Man backpack for $5.55.
So can I tell you something that's hilarious? My mom was so proud of this last year, and I'm sure she's watching the show today. My nephews, she was gonna do their big gift for the grandkids, that nieces and nephews, and that was to go get them all a really nice pair of whatever shoes they wanted and go take them out for food, and then of course get some toys. But she goes, well, we're gonna get shoes. Those kids kicked and moaned. They did not want... Let me tell you, though. She goes, well, what do you want to do? They picked Five Below and went on a Five Below shopping spree. My head was spinning. I'm like, what the hell? You guys could get brand new shoes.
Yep.
Kids love Five Below.
I took my son there the other day before going to drop some stuff off at boxes. And
Is he the Pokemon player?
Yes.
Yeah, he's turning heads, I'm telling you.
He's a Pokemon master. So we actually have a box down at Funky Cards and Collectibles right down the road.
They're good people.
Yeah. So they are so good to Colt. So we took and filled their box and dropped a box off there. But he loves it there. But you got to get them on the show.
I do. I haven't had them on for a year. They'll come. We have to do. They'll be my Christmas tapings.
Okay. Donnie and Brett.
I'm taping.
Signing you up.
I'm taping 2 weeks of shows. I'm getting a vacation. Look how pale I'm getting. The Kmart.
You need some sunshine.
It's the Kmart lighting. You know, I feel like the blue light's getting ready to turn on at any moment, and I gotta run. You know. But I'm gonna get new studio lighting. That's what I'm asking Santa for this year. But I'm gonna tape shows, and they'd be a perfect guest.
Yeah, they would.
I'm gonna send them a text today.
I will. Yeah, I'll text them for you.
There you go. Sign them up for me. Getting back into this. Do you guys know food items? Correct.
You can do.
The Alton School District collects food items, but absolutely, if you want to donate food items, you can put them in the boxes. Absolutely.
Can you? I didn't know you could. I'm glad I'm asking that. Look at that. I'm even learning something about the event this year.
We take most anything.
And do you guys take financial donations at this point?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Cookies and cocoa, too.
Yep.
There'll be a pie.
There'll be a jar of cookies and cocoa. Make the checks tax deductible to Community Christmas.
Hey, I'm just saying, Q4 is
and a little goes a long way. Believe me, we are bargain shoppers.
It does. Well, and honestly, it's just like getting back to, even going into like Penny's during Black Friday and, the earring specials they have, or even for young men getting just maybe some suit, some sport coats that are, maybe just the regular like 32s or 36s, right. And you never know what that could do for a teenager, for a job interview or anything like that either.
Right. And I shop in January for coats. I mean, you get
you are a rock
50
star.
to 75% off. So,
honestly, I'm not gonna lie. I only knew that because I saw your Facebook post and went to Penny's and got a top coat because I needed one. It was 70% off. But I know. You know what I'm gonna do?
You can get double
next year. Is seriously in January. I'm gonna do that and go at least get 10 or 12 different coats because even though it's 10 or 12, that still is 10 or 12 kids that are at least warm this winter. And people always take for granted when we talk about Community Christmas because they know of like the Toys for Tots drive that's a more of a national thing, and which is fine, but they don't realize, I think, that their items they're getting are literally going right back to the community. So that coat, there's a good chance that you're going to see it on a kid at a bus stop in the middle of January and knowing you helped that person.
We have a wonderful community. We have a community that just continues to give, and they support this every year. I mean, we couldn't do it without the community.
Yeah. And now, when are you already starting to look to next year?
I try to get to January 1.
Well, the reason I ask that is because if you guys are already thinking of next year, and I was mentioning Q4 is coming to a close as quickly as you know it, so get those last minute deductions in and make sure that Uncle Sam's smiling at you in April. Start thinking about if you have a condo or if you have a really nice gift. Maybe you're here's one. There's somebody there's HBR, Home Builders Remodelers. Someone gave away like a $20,000 hot tub. How great of a prize would that be?
That's great.
So if you're a business out there that watches this show, like I know you do, if you have one of those really nice products, or maybe you're even a solar company and want to do a free solar installation for somebody, that'd be a pretty big gift too.
Absolutely.
There's so many ways that people can get involved, and you guys get so creative with it that it really becomes like the community Christmas raffle is the best in Christmas in July. I have the best time. I mean, never win.
They're good items, and the items is what makes the draw. That's why people, they're happy to take a $10 chance on vacation to Destin or, Panama City Beach.
I want the one in Montana. That one looks fun.
I was really nervous this year selling all those tickets because I was like, if I win, people are going to think it's rigged and I really want to go to Montana.
I'd be on this show. The next day.
Liz put her name on all those tickets. Well,
we do it live. The drawing's done live.
But I was like, if me or Brian or somebody wins, they're going to be like, seems sus.
Those were mail-in tickets.
I love it.
All righty. December the 5th is
December
Cookies and
5th.
Cocoa. What time does it start?
4 to 6.
4 to 6 p.m. And what's going to be, how much is it?
No charge. You just come, bring your
I always
gift
forget
Get some
that.
cookies,
and
see
cocoa.
Santa, bring your kids.
Yep.
And bring your toy.
Yeah.
Yep.
Bring your toy,
Or
coat, whatever.
coat. Bring it all. Bring your whole
Money, with cash donation, whatever.
When are boxes being picked up?
December 5th, right?
That same day?
December, 4th and 5th, I think. And
I think
then
it's cool. Last year you could kind of see like what was all brought in. It was like you could peek in the back, and it was a lot.
In the meantime, where can we drop off items?
We can post something where they're all over the community.
Because you have 105, so
Yeah.
it'd be hard to list them all.
Yeah.
But
Do you want me to try?
No.
United Way will be going around and picking up the boxes, I think December 4th and 5th. They come and get ours the 6th, and then sorting is the 9th. And you still need volunteers, don't you, to help sort?
How can we reach out to volunteer?
Just reach out to me December 9th at Salvation Army at 8 a.m. We're going to be sorting through all the stuff. It's really cool if you can come down there and check it out.
Really cool. We'll link everything on an article on RiverBender.com and find out where one of the 105 boxes are where you can bring your coats, toys, cosmetics, health supplies, all of it. And just helps families in need this Christmas because everyone should have a good Christmas.
Absolutely.
Margaret, Liz, we did it again. Thank you.
Thank you, CJ.
We're out of time on this Monday morning. I'll see you back here live at 9 on Tuesday. Until then, just try your best to stay out of jail.